What is up, Mets fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Mets'd podcast. Series loss against the Dodgers. What did you expect? It's a day that ends in Y. The Mets still stink. We're not going to go too deep into the games. We're not going to give you a full breakdown of Freddie Peralta's last start as a New York Met. We will talk Juan Soto injury. We'll talk a little bit about McClain. The big stuff, of course, as always. We're going to talk a lot about the trades as well. So if you like that stuff, make sure you are subscribed because every single time there's a significant Mets trade, we will be covering it on this channel as well as our podcast feed. So subscribe to YouTube for the video version. And if you want to listen to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, drop us a rating, drop us a review, download, and subscribe. What was your favorite part of this weekend, James? Mine was Emma Stone filming a movie at the stadium.
I think so, too. I think it was the realization that Emma Stone and I might have the same retro Mets hat, which I think that was...
Also, she's a Padres fan, though. So
yeah, like a legitimate one, too. But me, Emma Stone, Ernie were hat triplets. I mean, it was kind of a sleepy series. I got really mad about the Brett Baty error on Saturday.
You did get mad.
Yeah, I got really mad about that one because I don't know. McClain was pitching well against a really good lineup. I felt like it kind of disrupted his rhythm, and the rest of the season is just about our guys. And I'm dying for this Nolan McClain Rookie of the Year possibility. But yeah, it was just an annoying series. The game on Friday, I was like, we're just not going to win this. The whole time you felt it. It was another team doing all of the little true baseball things right, moving runners over, taking extra bases, working better at bats, getting their sac flies that won them the game. And it was just like, this is just a better baseball team by far than we are.
Yeah, sleepy series. Do you buy into the rumor that Juan Soto actually got hurt filming the movie and that they wanted him to start the game and then they knew that they were going to pull him because they didn't want the movie to be the reason why he got hurt?
That can't be real.
That's what people are trying to say on the internet because this is what the New York Mets fan base has come to.
I've been so off Twitter this weekend specifically, and I'm like,
good move.
I'm trying to scroll less. I've been trying to tweet more, scroll less, just to add to the chaos, but not deal with the aftermath of it. It's just it's really bad out there right now. Even let's just get full jump around. I kind of want to talk about Freddie Peralta first because
let's go with him.
This was the Freddie Peralta encore as a Met. It was as bad as it's been the entire time. There was never really a moment of peace, despite the fact that his stuff, I think, is fully snapped back. Like, he was getting swings and misses. The fastball was zippy. I think it has, definitely. When you watch this one, just he doesn't know where the ball's going. Like, this is more of the old school Freddie Peralta. Like, this is the Freddie Peralta we've come to know over his entire career. But fastball getting whiffs with good vert in the 90s, that's a guy I would trade an easy 2 top 100 prospects for if I had to.
If I didn't see the entire prior 90 innings of his season, oh yeah, all day. Just if I saw miles per hour and whiffs, I'd be in. The problem is I think nobody's just looking at those things.
I actually think it's exactly what the front offices are looking at.
Some
if I
front
be honest.
offices.
Yeah, for sure. But it just, the thing that kind of, I don't know. I think Freddie Peralta is going to be another one of these very divisive guys in the lore of the Mets where if you other Freddie Peralta's name over the next few years, you'll hear horrible epithets being thrown around.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of just genuinely feel bad for the guy, especially his press conference after the game. I thought he was really, really just authentic and really apologetic about how this whole thing has gone and how disappointed he's been in his own performance and how he knew that he was brought here to do a job. He didn't do anything close to it. Just the quote here that went on the SNY Mets account on Twitter. I'm thankful and grateful to be part of this organization. So far, I let them down. I haven't done what I'm supposed to do, but I'm grateful to be here. While he was completely and honestly talking about that, this was definitely going to be his last start in a Mets uniform.
Yeah, there's no way that he makes another start for the New York Mets. It definitely sucks. It's a guy that I will hate the performance of him as a player. Doesn't even come close to one of my most hated Mets of all time.
Doesn't even come close to my most hated Mets of the last 12 months.
No, not even close. But yeah, he completely shit the bed, completely shit down his leg this season. Basically couldn't have pitched worse for this team, and is a big reason why the Mets have struggled as much as they have. He's not the only reason why they're 15, 16 games under 500, but he sure as hell didn't help at all get that team even closer to it. It sucks. He seems like a really good guy. He always spoke to the press, which is something that a lot of times you'll see these guys coming in. They get a little bit sheltered or they avoid it as much as possible. Freddie Peralta seemed to not do that at all. Took a lot of accountability.
Ton.
These are all things that I wish I never had to say because it sucks. I feel bad for Freddie Peralta, the person. He is a human. He definitely was trying. But at the end of the day, the reality of the situation was he was absolutely dreadful.
Literally one of the worst pitchers in baseball. This went as bad as it possibly could have gone from the Mets' perspective. I guess until we see what the trade winds up being, we can't fully say that. But I'll say again, talking about his stuff. Hello, Braves, Yankees, Brewers, Rays. Anybody wants to hear right now?
Anybody, I don't care.
Anyway, whoever, I'll send him wherever. Whoever gives us the best prospect. Give me Joe Josiah Hartshorn, please. But he's been trying, I think, for months now to try and separate between his slider, which is now more sweeperish, and his like tighter curveball. And I think finally, last few starts, he's actually been able to do that. Those shapes have looked distinct. He's been able to mix them in different spots and truly get the glove side movement on that slider more so, and the hard downward action on the curveball. And the fastball's been zippy. It was kind of lagging for a while. He missed tons of bats today. He was getting tons of ugly swings out of the zone. It just wound up being his command, and the Dodgers being incredibly patient and kind of making him work harder than he had to. But this is still someone I'm going to continue to beat this drum. Will demand a lot in the trade package, and I think the second he's in a good situation with a winning team, I think he's probably going to rip off a nice stretch.
Yeah, he just seems like probably not a right fit here. I think I saw a bunch of people tweeting out like the most insane things this weekend, and of course you had old Boob Nightingale doing his, like, whenever it's about the Mets, they're desperate, they're this, they're that, whatever the crazy wording that's going to be used. I will talk about the Curtis Mead and Connolly early trade, too, because I got to talk about Buster Olney's tweet about it. But also at the same time, like, when you look at the pitching market and the guys who will definitely be available, obviously it starts and ends with Tarek Skubal. He is in a class of his own, is completely different.
But right now, we don't know if he's definitely available.
He's getting traded.
I think he probably is, but they haven't. It seems like that's not firmly been ordained yet.
Fair. Freddie Peralta is definitely getting traded, and of the other guys available, he's in that tier 2. So, I think the Mets are going to get a borderline top 100 prospect. They might even get a pretty comfortable top 75 maybe at the absolute ceiling. And then I think they're going to look to get a second guy who's either a big helium guy but still on the outside looking in. They want good prospects. Freddie Peralta is going to fetch back a decent haul. That might be the best thing that Freddie Peralta ever does as a New York Met. Get us some pieces back.
And if that's what he gets us, fine. At the end of the day, if you can get something relatively close to the package that you gave up in Sproat and Jet. Right now, Sproat is still a starter that's trying to work his way off the fringe, but the stuff's exciting. And Jet's a prospect who's lost tons of helium in the last year. And you still have a chance to make something of Tobias Myers over the next, 4 years. So, there's still a way to arbitrage this and make this not – we won't have to look back upon this one of the worst trades in Mets history. It'll just be a regular bad one.
Yeah, it'll just be a long list of the bad David Stearns trades. Some way, somehow, this one ends up being there. He's got to trade for more unproven players, I think.
I also think Mark and I have been flirting with this idea for a while. They were waiting for after the trade deadline to do it because, man, this challenge can be the doldrums then. We're going to go through long video and we're going to grade or at least review every single move in the David Stearns era.
Yeah.
I think we go chronologically, from Tyrone Taylor and
from
Adrian Hauser, and then Luis Severino, and we go all the way to the trade deadline trades that we're going to see by next week.
Do we start with the first move that David Stearns ever made, which was firing Buck Showalter?
I'd be okay to start with that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cool.
That's super cool with me. But again, that was another big thing in this series. I guess instead of talking game by game, let's just nail all the pitchers and then talk about the small stuff.
Yeah, and then also, you guys don't care about hearing about the games.
No. Yeah. But I at least want to be as positive as I can for the first few minutes because it's hard to find any of that right now. Sean Manaea, I think, pitched quite well on Friday. That was the version of Sean Manaea I think we hope to see in general. That's a version of Sean Manaea that I don't want to throw up them paying him $21 million next year.
Did you see what the White Sox apparently are saying?
What?
That they would they're desperately wanting starting pitching. They don't want to move a top prospect, but they will eat the money. Do you think that there's ever a world you could pawn off Sean Manaea, or do you want to keep him?
I mean, I would definitely trade him if we could, just to clear things up. But I think Sean Manaea would then wind up having the highest single-year AAV in White Sox history.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were willing to take on that much money. I think that might have been a Foster Griffin comment or something instead of Sean Manaea.
Take on $3 million.
I don't think they're trying to take on $20 million next year for a guy that you still don't know. But
never know.
If you split back to when Sean Manaea started to look okay and pitching deeper into games, it was the middle of May 17th. He's got 3.75 ERA over 13 outings, and half those being starts. All of those are at least 3-4 innings. And again, recently now it's been more like 5 or 6. He and Gary and Ronnie were talking about this. I haven't seen him this confident in his fastball. I felt like in 2 years.
Since 2024 when he was confident in that fastball?
Literally. And it doesn't sound like a big deal for most guys in the league, but for Sean it is, where it was 91 to 93 basically the entire night until that last inning. And he was doing something that he used to do back then, which is what made Sean Manaea such a difficult at-bat, where with that crazy release point and extension, he was really comfortable going inside to hitters from both sides of the plate.
Yes.
The way he was able to work both sides, I was like, that is really good. And again, he was confident in that fastball. He used it 61% of the time. That was double his season average. Like, it was that in itself was encouraging. Got a lot of help from Carson Bench as well with the 100-mile-an-hour throw home.
Piss missile.
But that was another one where, like, if Sean Manaea is SP 3-4 next year, I don't want to puke.
No, I mean, I'd prefer
He's been
4.
good.
Yeah, I'd prefer 4, but, like,
we're
in
on 2 months of
world-
him being good.
Yes, I would agree. He's not pukeable right now. He's a major league pitcher. He's more than a major league pitcher. He'd be one of the best pitchers on this team.
He is one of the best pitchers on this team. I mean, again, we got kind of awkwardly have 4 good pitchers right now.
Yeah, no, Christian Scott, Nolan McLean. Don't tell some of the other people that we have some good pitching.
We're hoping you guys back in. Again, McLean in that start on Saturday, great. Like, I love the fact that I can still kind of get a little bit juiced up from McLean pitching against another one of the best pitchers in baseball. Another one of those starts where I thought the curveball he had better feel for it, even though some missed by a lot. And again, he's gotten himself so comfortable and confident in that high fastball, which is a weapon I wouldn't even say he came into the season with. I would say trying to use that pitch is what blew him up in the World Baseball Classic game.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Way back when. But, like, it was like, oh, I'm watching this version of Nolan McLean. He still doesn't feel like it's all quite right, and he's still just so unbelievably effective.
Yeah, I mean, got that ERA down to 3.3. Like, the stuff looked really good. Again, if it wasn't for the Brett Beatty error, it's a much cleaner line for him. But something happens to Brett Beatty when he plays first base that
I can't even believe it.
he just malfunctions. That was such a bad play. It was like a nice play to actually get to the ball, be athletic, and then the throw, it was just doink right off the helmet, not even give us a chance to get one out. The game moves fast for Brett Beatty at times, and especially when he's playing these new positions, it looks like it's moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
When I watch Brett Beatty play third base, like, just looking at his body movements and the way he can, like, grab a ground ball and make those throws from third base, I'm like, this guy has the tools to be, like, one of the best defensive first basemen in baseball, purely based on tools. But when he puts on the new glove and stands on that side of the diamond, he's a lost animal, and it's terrible. And then also the Twitter firestorm when it looked like Lindor could have botched that catch.
People were so ready to completely blame him. Again, don't really get it, but whatever, do you?
Yeah. It's going to be how it goes. That's just it. But again, it felt like that kind of botched some of the momentum from McLean, especially when Alvarez has one of the worst pass balls I've ever seen right after that, as the rumors around him continue to swirl as well. And again, like, just hard to get the chase. His misses were bad, but you watch Nolan McLean pitch, and I'm just so confident that we're watching a guy who's going to be just such an absolute dude for a while.
Big second half of the season coming up. There might be a hot ticket, a rivalry series, a sold-out experience that you need to get your hands on. And SeatGeek is the spot for that. You can find good pricing. They help you with the pricing. Green dot, good. Red dot, not as good. And they help you with your view of the seat for some big matchups coming up in August, September, and eventually leading up to playoffs.
Why would you not use SeatGeek? If you want to view from your seat, you want to know if it's a good seat, if it's a good deal, it has all of it on the app. It's easy to use. It's one click, boom. You buy the tickets, they send them right to you. You get them on the app. And then you can go check out whatever game, whatever you're a fan of, you can go to, whether it's baseball, whether it's concerts, whatever you're into, you can find a ticket, and you can always try to find the green dot on SeatGeek.
And for MLB tickets, you can get 10% off with that promo code we're running all season long, Territory10. That's Territory10 off your next set of MLB tickets at SeatGeek. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later.
Also, shout out Daniel Duarte.
Duarte? And Cionel Perez have, I think, flashed lately.
Cionel Perez, I know the ERA is high, but they've got him up to like 99 right now from the left side.
And he forces some really ugly whiffs.
Yes.
Doesn't force, yeah. It's
I never want
like,
Cionel Perez to be my number one lefty, but as a be on the back end of this roster lefty guy, I don't hate it.
As a pop-up bullpen guy, we're trying to leave this stretch with anything we can, grab onto. Like, he feels like one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I mean, I love Tyrone Taylor. I'm going to be sad when Tyrone Taylor leaves.
I'm going to be okay, but he's playing like the best baseball he's probably ever played in his life, and a big reason why. He has made changes at the plate. He is swinging the bat significantly harder than he has previously, and what do you know? His quality of contact is way, way up. He's playing inspired baseball.
And the way that we're seeing any competent right-handed hitter in any way seem like they're going to go for, like, starting pitcher prices on the market. It's a good sign that right now you can sell Tyrone Taylor as a plus defender who has a better than league average bat speed.
Cleveland Guardians, can I interest you in him?
Oh, it's a Tyrone Taylor, Luis Robert package to the Cleveland Guardians. That could change
Both?
the whole. Both together. I'm thinking that we've been talking about this in a lot of the other videos and some of the Mets stuff we've talked about in the windup as well, where I really want the Mets to package these guys together.
Just to try and get the most
'Cause
possible.
I just want quality over quantity right now, and I think that's might be not how some people feel about this, but I just want to get my hands on any prospects who are showing that they have the chance to be like kind of like rocket ship guys.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to probably package the outfielders, but I think that we're going to see. I think
not
we
many
are gonna
teams
see
need two outfielders.
This is going to be tough. I do think that we're going to see this pitchers get packaged together, though. Like, I feel like it's impossible not to try and get whoever trades for Freddie Peralta or Clay Holmes to be like, why don't you take Brooks Raley, AJ Minter too?
Like, look, Luke Weaver right here. You don't want this?
Yeah, like there's going to be packages made, but it's been good. Tyrone Taylor though is going to go get us a real toolsy 19-year-old in the DSL.
I'm hoping. I mean, fingers crossed on that one. Also, it was kind of like a punch in the gut to watch Kyle Tucker have a good series.
Oh yeah, he woke up completely.
Like, I don't know what the opposite of like buyer's remorse would be, but that's definitely how Kyle Tucker must feel walking into Citi Field. If this was actually like a serious consideration for him at any point in his free agency, he must be like, wow, what a bullet I dodged.
Yeah, I mean, dodged quite the bullet indeed. Although maybe the season would look different. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Butterfly effect.
This was season from hell through and through with a lot of these guys just sucking. Oh my god.
Did you see all the conversation about AJ Ewing this weekend too?
Again, I was a non-internet guy this weekend.
A lot of people talking about how apparently scouts around the league have said that it's obvious that the grind has hit AJ Ewing and Carson Bench. This is how long the Major League Baseball season. Everyone's like, they're playing good baseball. I don't really know where this is coming from.
I mean, we mentioned that last episode because there was a bit of there were some people upset that for these next 2 weeks only because we have to showcase Luis Robert for a trade.
And
Tyrone
basically
Taylor.
only for these next 6 days.
Yeah, that those guys would get regular off days. And we were like, I think that's good because, again, I don't think people realize that the minor league season is like 50 games shorter than the major league season. It's a long season for these guys. We saw Francisco Alvarez hit that wall a few years ago in his first season.
And they have guaranteed off days every single week in the minor league season.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's like a Monday or Thursday no matter what.
I think it's like 6 games on, 6 games off. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, 6 games on, 1 game off.
Yeah, then 6 on again. Yeah, so again, makes sense for these guys to get a day. And we have to mention the fact that Juan Soto's injured. It looks like 1 to 2 months. Fine, whatever.
Let this be the year.
Good news. Looks like Mike Talkman's back soon, so
Oh, thank God.
okay, we're gonna plug that hole up real quick after that. This lineup is sad without Soto in it.
Oh, it's
Sad.
I don't know how many more times throughout the year we're going to score 8 runs without Juan Soto in this lineup.
8?
Especially because
Big number.
I think Bo Bichette has 1 extra base hit in the month of July, which
Just can't.
I heard something. I don't remember if it was when Gary was doing the game or if it was when we got to hear Joe Davis, thank God, talking about how Bo Bichette was like, I need to get back to being a rhythmic hitter. And I was like, I think you need to get back to swinging at strikes. Because was it against
He never swings at strikes.
Yeah, it was against Roki. I was like, Roki's like, oh, I'm just going to throw you the splitter 100 times.
I'll say this about Roki. Watching that start had me really buying back in on Roki.
It's a roller coaster with him. He looked good. He looked great in this start, without a doubt, and he's throwing harder. I do wonder how long it lasts. And one of the big things that was scary about Roki when he came over from Japan, and all the Japanese fans were talking about it, that elbow's hanging on by a thread. I'm worried how long this velo can actually sustain without the significant injury risk.
But this start, unlike the last start, like it was better velo, but wasn't like the start last Friday against the Yankees, where it was like I'm going to throw more 100-mile-an-hour pitches than I have in my major league career at this point.
Yeah,
I've never seen Roki nail spots with the fastball and the slider consistently like he did like that. And then when he's nailing those spots, that splitter, and again, this is just kind of the Kodai Senga problem. Yeah. When he's nailing the spots with that fast stuff, and then you could drop the splitter off, and you actually have to be prepared for him to hit a spot. It's like, oh, I have no chance right now.
It's that big glove.
Yeah, you got like 15 whiffs on that splitter. It was crazy.
No, he was absolutely dominant. Mets didn't have a chance.
I loved Gary and Ron talking about him too, because again, similar to most Mets fans, they take in so much more Mets baseball than other baseball. Ron definitely a bit more because he does more national games. So they were talking all about Roki's accolades, like the fact that he retired 56 consecutive batters when he was 20 years old in the MPB.
He's a freak.
Like that's like you hear that, you're like, oh my god, yeah, I do. This guy actually is still a phenom. I think
of course, yeah.
The first year and a half is kind of dulled to shine, but you watch that and you're like, the potential here is insane.
Yeah, then you got people like me calling him soft because he cries all the time. But like, I mean, that's a take I'm going to have no matter what. That's not going to stop. If you cry as an adult on the baseball field like that and your name's not Wilmer Flores, you're soft.
I think he was 22. It's a lot of debate whether 22 is an adult. I don't know if 22 is an adult. I was hanging out with my cousins today. I don't think 22 is an adult.
A 22-year-old is a stupid adult, but they can drink. They're an adult.
That's true. You can drink, and separately you can drive, play lottery, do all that stuff.
Separately.
Separately. And very important word there. But I think, again, that's basically it. to pull from
Yeah.
this series.
What else would I like to talk about from this series? I mean, Francisco Alvarez continues to be great at the plate. Defensively, he's a complete disaster. But offensively, he looks phenomenal still.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Baseball fans, think you know who's hitting a homer today? Well, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Joining the action is easy. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. You've got nothing to lose and a lot to gain. And don't forget, you can make a free pick every day, all season long. It's just another reason why FanDuel is the home for home runs. So, are you ready to play your game today? Join all the action at FanDuel.com/podcast. That's FanDuel.com/podcast to play Daily Dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play ball and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of Major League Baseball. 21 plus select states. For Kansas, in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino. 18 plus DC, Kentucky, Wyoming. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 1-888-789-7777. Visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org Maryland. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Call 800-327-5050 Massachusetts. Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY New York. Call 1-877-770-7867 Louisiana.
So let's do this. Let's transition now, talking more about the trade market.
Cool, let's do
because we got a really good indication about how things look right now, just in a sense. Maybe or maybe not, because Craig Bledsoe's a madman. But on Saturday night, if you guys are sickos like Mark and I, you couldn't stop thinking about Curtis Mead for Connolly Early. I think it's one of the most fascinating like trades to seek out value in a market that currently exists in like the last few years. And thinking about what Curtis Mead got in 5.5 years of control of a left-handed starting pitcher who I think has monster potential in Connolly Early, it does make me think about how value a positionless right-handed hitter who can mash could be on this market.
Oh, I think the first thing I texted you is that I'll never forgive Mark Vientos for completely shitting a fucking brick. I know he's not going to play. He could never play second base. He could barely play the position that he's been playing his entire life.
What, you see Mark Vientos second base?
Yeah.
Mark Vientos, if he played second base,
No,
that'd be like playing with 7 defenders.
I'm saying, no, that I'm like using that as like my argument of like, I understand it's not 1-to-1 Curtis Mead, Mark Vientos comp, but the idea is there's a lot of similarities in that Curtis Mead is an optionless guy who really doesn't play the field well almost anywhere. They're going to play him at second base. I think you said he fielded 8 ground balls at that position this year for 0 OAA. Yeah. He might be complete dog shit there. It's a good chance.
Well, that's why I was transitioning this conversation in talking about Francisco Alvarez, where I think Francisco Alvarez is probably a slightly better catcher than Curtis Mead will be a second baseman.
Yeah, probably.
Right? And Francisco Alvarez is a right-handed bat that can mash. I think we haven't over-indexed because having a left-handed bat is a pure cheat code. But I think so many teams are so lefty-heavy, and we've seen the Mets do this the last few years, where a tough lefty comes on the mound, you're like, ah, shit, we can't hit this guy. Like
the Yankees talk about it all the time, how they need right-handed bats.
Does anybody have Rob Refsnyder? Where's he lying around? But it's to see a flawed right-handed hitter, again, like you said, with no options, who's had half of a good season at the big league level, who's 25 years old, who was once a really highly touted prospect, who was DFA'd twice in the last calendar year, picked up by his current team in like March, I think, or April, like the first week of April. It does make me think about how absolutely insane a return for Francisco Alvarez could possibly be.
Oh, it would be absurd. And I think that's why teams, I ultimately think that's why he's not going to be traded. And I think that's why whoever wanted that to be floated out there was like, well, let's see what comes knocking. Let's try and find out what this market is going to look like. Because like you said, if Curtis Mead is going to command Connolly Early back, who I think coming into the season was like one of the most exciting left-handed pitching prospects in baseball. I don't know if he still technically had the prospect shine, but I'm calling him that.
He started game 3 of the Red Sox. He started the last Red Sox elimination game.
No, I'm just saying like prospect shine of like if he was technically classified as one. But like totally. It's not like he's pitched bad this year. He had the injury. I think that's pretty much the one smudge that you'd put on his resume right now. But otherwise, he was one of the most exciting left-handed pitchers young in baseball. And he did just get moved for a right-handed power bat that is still relatively unproven. I know a lot of things under the hood have looked good this year.
Great.
But, I mean, Curtis Mead up until June wasn't playing every single day. So, like, It's crazy. I feel like the Red Sox overpaid, but maybe that's what the market is. And I'll tell you what, if that is what the market's going to look like for this deadline, it is a great time to be a seller.
And that's why, again, why I'm trying to position this specifically about Alvarez, because something could come to your desk where it's just too good to turn down.
I think that's why they put that out there.
Yeah, I think that's why also that press conference for David Stearns on Friday, he continued to, smirks and smugs.
Smirking.
I was tagged in a couple of videos about it. You guys, you see the smirk here? You guys said you missed the smirk.
What is it about the smirking that gets people so... I feel like Jerry Seinfeld there. What is it about the smirk?
The one that I was tagged in a bunch was the one where someone was like, do you have to grieve the season? He's like, I'm too busy to grieve, man.
I saw people... I think it was...
He was just laughing.
I think it was Braziller. Is that the guy's name? I think he asked him that question. Like, do you grieve? And he started laughing. They're like, look at him laughing. And I'm like, that's a fucking insane question. If we can't understand the absurdity of asking the president of baseball operations of the Mets if he's grieving having to trade some of the guys, what the fuck are we talking about?
If you have like a really thick Long Island accent and you try to say the animal gorilla and then Zach Braziller, that's a rhyme. Gorilla and Braziller. But it just, I think just we're the spot where, and it's fine. Mets fans have their opinions. It's not going to change.
They're
That's
entitled to, yeah.
100%. And this team is absolute dog shit. We half the contracts on the roster are underwater. There's a good tweet from Noah Dangler.
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I want to read that right now. Noah's doing good. Noah just made a really cool tool called EFIS.
Oh, nice.
He's at NYU right now doing sabermetrics. Cool dude. I've been yapping with him. But I want to see this one about how much more the Mets have gotten for the crew of players.
It's like 0.8.
Yeah, and all of them are under contract next year. Here, there's Bo Bichette, Jorge Polanco, Marcus Simeon, Sean Manaea, Devin Williams, Kodai Senga have produced a cumulative 0.8 WAR this season so far. The Mets paid a total of $142 million for this group of 6 players, and all of them are under contract next year.
I mean, that's absolutely absurd how unvaluable all these guys have been.
It's just, it's shocking.
Who's accumulating all the WAR?
On the Mets?
Yeah, who's actually getting the WAR there?
We're not accumulating. Between that crew?
Yeah, how do we get to 0.8? Because I think Bo Bichette's like right around 0, is he not?
And Blanco has to be around 0.
He's got to be negative. Semion's one of the worst in baseball.
That's definitely a lot of Manaea, Devin Williams.
Let's see. I wonder if he's using Fangraphs or not for the WAR on that one. Do we know?
I would assume this is a Fangraphs boy.
Okay, so that would make sense because on Fangraphs WAR, Bo Bichette's got 1. The negatives now we're in the clear.
Yeah.
I can see the vision because on Baseball Reference, I'm like, I don't know how we get there.
No, not at all. Especially because like Baseball Reference, like strikeouts, get out of town.
Anyway, you slice it, it's an absolute disaster.
No, I think this is going to be exciting's not the word. This is going to be very. What?
The Red Sox didn't want Bo Bichette.
I mean, maybe they talked. But they would have to guarantee that you don't sign that contract. It's an opt out.
Just
you have to
handshake
opt out.
that you're going to opt out.
It's like an opt out at gunpoint.
God, Bo Bichette, god damn it, dude! In a bad season, you couldn't even be good enough to be traded.
No, I really just wish he could hit better. It doesn't make any sense.
He's got no oomph again on the hits.
We've got Bo Bichette, defensive specialist on this team. Doesn't even make any sense.
No, it's honestly a sick fucking joke. That
it really is. It's one of the most. It's one of the best hitters of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
The glove's perfect. It's exactly what it needed to be to actually make that contract not feel underwater if you got average Bo Bichette production at the plate.
But yeah, like, I mean, God, Mark Vientos, if you hit for anything, you would have been traded for something valuable, it seems like, which is insane to say out loud.
Interesting week coming up, though. I think the Mets are going to make some of the first trades that actually go down this week. I think we're going to be highly involved in like every single conversation. The sellers have all the power right now, it seems like. This is going to be a fun... Okay, fun's the wrong word.
Yeah, fun's not the wrong word.
Again, interesting week for the Mets.
Yeah, looking at the standings right now, just talking bigger baseball about teams that are probably going to be firm sellers. I think the Marlins are going to be sellers right now, considering they can't win a baseball game for their life.
It's a shame.
Mets are obviously going to sell. The Reds are going to sell, even though they're only 5 games out, but they're going to sell, I think.
They also don't have much to sell.
Yeah, it's a bad team. I don't think the Cardinals are going to sell.
No way.
Giants will sell anything they possibly can. Rockies will sell anything they possibly can. Mets have better players than those teams. So, like, Luis Ariz is the one trump card over any of the guys the Mets really have right now.
Yeah, but Ariz isn't going to go for a lot. He's a rental, and I still think a lot of teams won't super buy into the defensive resurgence.
We'll see who trades for him, and that will kind of tell us if they think the defense is real or not.
Yeah.
Blue Jays are probably selling.
Blue Jays. Gosman is the foil to Peralta on the market, but he's similarly pitching horribly for 2 straight months now.
And it's different of Freddie's all stuff, no command, and Gosman's got no stuff anymore, right?
No, Gosman, it's command too with Gosman because just as a 2-pitch guy, when he loses that fastball, then he can't. Their tithers aren't chasing the split. It needs to come back in the zone with the fastball. It's not a great fastball, and how that's going to go. But he also can cost you 3 times as much dollars as a team for the rest of the season. So that's how Freddie continues to, again, like we keep trying to harp on, come back and be a significant piece of this deadline.
Yeah, Angels, they suck. Like their guys are all controllable. They're going to ask for a ton. The A's, I don't really know who they are going to trade. We had this conversation on the windup. We're like, they have no pitching. That's who you'd move. You're not moving any of the hitters.
No, I don't think so. At least, I mean, Jeff McNeil.
Yeah, maybe Jeff McNeil. Did you see Tyrone Taylor's living in Jeff McNeil's house?
That's really cool.
That Tyrone was talking about how this is the first season that he's had his family live with him in New York during the year, and that they're renting out Jeff McNeil's house in Long Island.
that's really sick. Now I'm actually upset he's gonna get traded.
Now I feel bad.
I feel really bad. That's kind of what happens this season. You
gotta grieve,
guys. Yeah, gotta grieve. You gotta grieve the season,
and also you gotta give yourself a little bit of credit.
Who said that?
Mark Vientos. A little bit of props. Was that what it was? Gotta give myself a little props.
Oh, it's a shame he's going to play so much more in the second half.
It's going to be
watchable,
depressing to watch.
He's
going to get hot too, by the way.
Yeah, great. Buy us back in for next year, him and Beatty. But just a couple more things to talk about. One, happy for Carlos Beltran, Hall of Famer. Mets hat in the Hall of Fame. I like that we wore the cool hats on Saturday.
Yeah,
the black hats with the blue brims. That was a classic Mets hat. I feel like we had way more drip in the 2000s.
Oh, so much more drip. But this is also the to get into a jersey talk here a little bit, something I'm passionate about. Nike and Fanatics coming over and taking over for Majestic, and now like there's like stupid rules about the amount of jerseys that you can have. Remember when the black jerseys first got rolled out, they could only wear them like 6 times during the season. I don't know why, as a league that is claiming there's such a lack of revenue coming in that we might have a lockout and have to put in a salary cap to make sure everyone's making money. I've got a really, really easy way. More merchandise. The NBA sells 1 billion jerseys. Do it. Make more. Who's complaining? Seriously.
I checked the other day if Fanatics had gone back in stock of Landry Shamet jerseys, and they still hadn't. Since the NBA Finals, if you want to get, again, niche issue right here, but I got signed a 4-year deal. I want a Shamet jersey. You have to do a custom jersey right now on Fanatics to get. It's absolutely ridiculous what they've done to sports.
I tried to buy a Dalton Varsho jersey last year during the playoffs because I did like a giveaway of it, and I had to wait until I believe like April 15th this year to get it to the guy. What? Couldn't even order custom ones. It was absolutely insane. Like, they've absolutely fucked it big time. There should be more jerseys. Like the black Mets jersey where it says New York across the front as opposed to Mets. That's awesome.
Also, I don't know who dictated the rule this weekend that these teams who had players going into the Hall of Fame, or just teams in general,
every team was wearing it.
They were wearing mismatched hats and jerseys. Like, why were the Diamondbacks wearing their cool purple hat and their awful maroon gray jerseys?
Why would we not do an entire Cooperstown like collection that weekend? Like, everybody wears a Cooperstown jersey for the weekend, and guess what? You could sell 1 million of them. You got idiots like me who are gonna buy them all up.
That's what I'm saying. We want to buy these things. That's the most annoying part about what's happening to sports merchandising. Like the San Diego Padres tweet from Enos Ayres. He's like, someone should have vetoed this hat and uni combo.
It was insane.
It's the Navy San Diego hat that they wore like 10-ish years ago, and then a brown and yellow jersey. Why are you wearing this?
A lot of people really don't do thinking, it seems like at times. And what should be, truthfully, one of the easiest decisions ever. Wear more jerseys. Nice things.
Again, we'll buy them. We want to buy some sportswear. I copped a cool Mike Piazza retro batting practice Mitchell and Ness jerseys this weekend because I've got a Mets jersey in a long time.
Yeah, no,
it's like the orange one with the
sick.
Blue fringe. Great, sick jersey. Again, cool. I want to buy cool jerseys. I still love the Mets.
Is that the one that I have?
Do you have the orange one?
I think I do.
I didn't know you had that one. I've never seen you wear that.
It doesn't. It's a thick jersey.
Okay, I see that. Yeah, it's an April-May jersey.
It's an April-May, September jersey.
October.
Yeah, it's a put over a hoodie jersey.
That's what I'm saying. And again, I'll be in the ballpark September. Again, Discord link is in the description. We want to get you guys in Discord because we want to organize some Mets stuff, community events at the stadium.
People seem excited for them.
People seem a lot of comments about them, but we want to beat you guys. We want to chill. We want to hang out at Citi Field. And we want to just do something really stupid when we get there.
And especially now that we all get $10 for free. It's like $5 beers. I can't wait.
Yeah, they're going to be really trying to get people in the door, and they should be. But
other things to talk about, Jonathan Santucci promoted to AAA.
That's exciting. We're probably going to get to see Santucci at the major leagues this year now, which is nice, or at least have a shot early next season.
You probably give him one look in September?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, maybe. I'm just excited for Santucci to get to AAA because I really want to see just the pitch data. I want to see where the changeup is, if it's coming along, where the where was I going to say? Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. Where the fastball shape is, if he can actually miss bats in the zone against major league hitters. Like there's a lot to learn about for public data with Jonathan Santucci, so I can determine how excited I feel like being.
He's been ripping, right, for like the last 2 months now.
Destroy Double A. But again, he's the kind of thing where those big lefties who have a nice breaking ball can kind of just rip apart those levels. Then similar with Joe Tong with his fastball. Once you get a AAA, we could try to figure it out.
You know what I'm waiting for? What I can't wait? I can't wait for Brooks Raley, AJ Minter to be traded, and I get to see the major league debut of my boy, Jeffrey Yan, the most electric pitcher in baseball. Lefty. He's been dominating AAA. Walks 25% of the guys, striking out 40% of them. Give me some Jeffrey Yan innings. I can't wait.
Here's another big one, too. Mets prospect group. He's big time on the Mets lower end of the system. You guys should keep track of his Twitter account. Wandy Asien.
Asenyen, yeah.
Asenyen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asenyen. 111-mile-an-hour max exit velocity already.
Whoa.
At 16 years old.
He's 16?
He's 16 and we signed him, yes.
Well, when we signed him, how old is he now?
I think he's still 16. We just signed him this class.
No.
We signed him a few months ago.
How do you spell his name?
A-S-I-G.
Wow. He's 16. Wow.
If a high schooler did that, they would be getting talked about as number 1 overall pick for 2 years.
That's pretty sick. I think he was like
Pretty
the
sick.
top money guy, right?
He was. And I think we grabbed him from the Yankees because some weirdness in their class.
Yeah, I mean, there's always some weird stuff going on there. I don't know. We're gonna see some interesting stuff. Like the Mets are going to stink on the field. There is no doubt about it. But we'll somehow find a way to take some positives out of all this stuff down the stretch for sure.
We're trying to. I mean, again, you guys also tell us anything you want here because this is going to get ugly. This team, the second half.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of Nick Morabito play in the outfield. I got a feeling.
I'm cool with that too.
Me too. Yeah, fine. Let's find out what you got, young blood.
Let's see some ball. Let's run fast again. The Talkman, Ewing, Morabito outfield on a bench off day. Wow,
That's good. I can't wait to be in the stadium with a rotisserie chicken.
with an absolute ball club. But you done? You got anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, like, could I find that Buster Olney tweet really quickly?
Oh yes, let's get some hate outs and media marvels quick.
Yeah. Okay. I will say this. Once again, guys, trade deadline season. Remember to keep an eye out for the real people who actually know what they're talking about. I wouldn't be looking at aggregators to be breaking news. Feels like that's something that I definitely would not trust by any means. Okay, here it is. Buster Olney. The price the Red Sox paid for Curtis Mead seems excessive. Connolly Early has less than a year of service time and looks like he'll be a really good starter for a long time. But keep in mind that starting pitching is generally plentiful in this trade market, while good right-handed hitting is scarce. A premium was paid for Mead, who's having his best season. If the Mets would have made that trade, I think he would have said that this is one of the dumbest organizations in baseball. He started by saying seems excessive. Let me tell you why it's not.
Which is, again, why we have these conversations that stemmed from a Bob Nightingale report that the Mets are desperate to trade Luis Robert Jr., which, I mean, no shit. You have to trade the guy. But
There's literally a deadline.
it's like the dumping on the Mets for making a trade like that, where it's like, yeah, sure, getting Luis Robert Jr. You want to talk about a high-risk move? Yeah, we knew what that was at the time.
It was called a brutal mistake. I was like, there's been a lot of mistakes. Trading for him was not one of them.
I would have made that trade 20 times out of 20. We gave up Luis Angel Acuna, who might get DFA'd by the White Sox after this season.
He's horrendous.
Like, he's just not very good. And again, we had to pay money. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit? It's all of a sudden now we're caring about money again
Well, I mean, now
on
that
a one-year deal.
We've seen what's gone on in like a lot of these baseball fans recently. Apparently, people do really care about billionaires' pockets, so I guess that makes
crazy
sense.
to me, yeah.
You got to make sure that the billionaires keep as much of their money as possible. They've earned it.
Have you seen the commercial that MLB airs?
I don't even want to talk about it.
It's
disgusting.
One of the funniest things is they have a Met fan talking about money. I was like, what are we doing? How is a Met
paid
fan?
actor.
Can you wear that shit and say that you want a salary cap? It is
Stupid.
legitimately going to hurt our ability to spend.
This is funny. This is from our guys at Foul Territory. Marlins are on a 12-game losing streak right now. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, Marlins AAA team,
I saw
12-game losing streak. How's that happen?
How is that even possible?
What a catastrophe.
Yeah, what a catastrophe. What else was there? Yeah, I mean, the laughing stuff is funny.
The weird discourse around the Luis Robert trades, like, it's just so senseless.
Yeah, like, I wanted Luis Robert to play a lot better than he did this year, but we also know...
You could stop the sentence after play.
Yeah, just play. That's actually
could've
really
just
where it
played.
is. I wish he played more because I feel like when he was healthy, because clearly he wasn't healthy for a moment and tried to play through it, and the Mets even tried to get him to play through. It seems like the injury with the random off days that started popping up.
Yeah.
Like it didn't.
Remember those?
Yeah, I do remember that. It didn't work. Oh no, we gave up Luis Angel Acuna, who, if his last name was Jones, no one would care about. He wouldn't be a major league player.
I think Roberts played pretty decently in these last few games. Coming off the break, the walks are still there. He's
gonna
not
get us
striking out a
something.
ton. I think he's going to get us something more valuable than Luis Angel Acuna. So if you just said that Steve Cohen had to pay $14-ish million and you got to upgrade the prospect, worth it.
I have noticed that a lot of the complaining about the Luis Robert trade is actually not even from Mets fans. It is other fan bases telling us how much money we spend. And I said, tell me you're poor without telling me you're poor.
Yeah, just that doesn't matter. You don't get extra points for winning games without spending money.
Yeah, cool.
Sadly, it gets really dumb. But I think that's
all I got.
Yeah, no other media marvels. I think we're good.
Apparently the Mets have been scouting. I swear this is how you say his name, like Teruyuki Sato, third baseman in Japan. My Japanese source, shout out Wheels, beast, one of the best hitters in the league this year, plays third base pretty well. Something to keep an eye out for this offseason.
I think we have Fangraphs data on him via TJ Stats. Can we pull it up for a second?
Yeah, pull it up for a second, just because why not?
Yeah, we're here. SATO, Sato?
Yeah, it's almost spelled like teriyaki, but instead of Y, it's a U.
Oh, maybe we don't have that, actually. I feel like I've seen it floating around.
Yeah, but he's like put up some of the best numbers. Average exit velo 96 miles an hour in the MPB. He hit a home run 117 this year.
Okay, that's nice.
Good
That's not
power.
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times, though, you have to move everyone down to defensive leather grade coming from the MPB. So
Sure.
third baseman probably ends up being a first baseman. We need one of those.
Desperately.
We could use one of those.
Got a feeling Jorge Polanco's almost never going to play first base again for this team.
Oh my God, Jorge Polanco! Every time I think about Jorge Polanco, I get upset. My dad was just ripping mad about Jorge Polanco this morning.
His sunglasses today, his Coke bottles.
No shame for Jorge Polanco. He played great last year. It's really frustrating how this has all gone down. It really makes me upset.
Absolutely terrible. Wait, are we doing a series preview?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, let's do it. Fine, that's okay with me.
Also, sick play by Luke Weaver today. That was unbelievable.
He's a good athlete. I really totally forgot we do series previews this part of the episode.
I mean, again, you guys are 40 minutes in. You're not coming to hear us talk about the series anymore.
No, the Braves have come out of the All-Star break ripping hot. They've only lost 3 games so far. They've been playing well. I think they might have half ended the Padres season.
Have we only played 7?
I think we played 9 so far, 9 or 10.
Okay.
The Braves are 7-3 out of the break.
Gotcha.
After I proclaim them dead in the NL East, right at the break, of course. But we're gonna have a big time lefty off on Monday night.
Oh, Zach Thornton, Martin Perez, right?
Oh yeah,
Can't wait.
That's cinema. That's 100%. And then Tuesday, I'm gonna be in the ballpark for this one. Chris Sale versus Christian Scott. So Chris off, and then Wednesday matinee, 1 p.m. Grant Holmes, Sean Manaea as a junk off.
I do believe I'll be there for Wednesday's game.
Yeah. So if you want to get into those games, just looking right here on the ticker at ESPN, they tell you the cheapest ticket: $11, $10, $6.
Yeah, and you guys saw the SeatGeek ad earlier in today's episode. Go over there, use our code. You're going to get even more money off.
100%. SeatGeek for this game, easy peasy. You want to watch Chris Sale pitch? Legend, Hall of Famer.
You might as well go out there and just have a nice day.
No, Dom's what?
That reminds me. Shout out Andrew Claudio, friend of the podcast. I wish I could find the exact tweet, but he had a really good tweet the other day talking about going to a Mets game and basically a lot of the same sentiment, but said much nicer than me or you would ever necessarily say it online about how here it is. Went to Citi Field tonight. Easily 70% Dodgers fans. Loud ovations for Ohtani, Freeman, Betts, all their champions all game. Soto left with an injury. Home fans have stopped singing along to My Girl. Dodgers won as expected. And yet, I wasn't bothered at all. Food was good. Fireworks were cool. Wife and I had a fun night out with my sister-in-law. Took her and her boyfriend around the stadium for a tour. 5 years post-Wilpon, and this is where we are. Most, if not all, general baseball watching enjoyment completely drained from its fan base. No anger, no embarrassment that your building was taken over. Just pure and genuine apathy, knowing that this is what they are, and the person who put them together isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's apathetic. I'm not, it's sad that we're at a point where I go have fun. That's why we're going to the game, not to watch baseball necessarily.
Just openly, patently feel nothing for this team right now.
Yeah, that should be the biggest alarm bell for Steve Cohen, honestly.
Yeah, and again, but that's also it's kind of it.
That's kind of it.
You've now created an experience that is not reliant on the product. We talk about how much we want to figure that out all the time for our stuff.
Yeah, literally.
And that's kind of what they've achieved with this Mets team, where good or bad, you're going to get a certain amount of people in that stadium, and they're going to love the food, and they're going to be I had a fun time at the Mets game. Oh, they played baseball? Didn't even notice.
Didn't even know. Threw a couple bets. That's about it.
Yeah, that's really it. Dom Smith returned to Citi Field's going to be funny.
Yeah, I guess.
He gets a video. Has he been back since?
Yeah, he's been back.
Okay,
Has to have been.
We're gonna see someone really fun this series. I'm gonna let you guys know about Brewer Hicklin.
Brewer Hicklin, 30-year-old rookie.
30-year-old rookie. I think he's a Huntsville boy, so he's probably a Braves fan through and through. Him and Jim Jarvis have showed up to hit 8th and 9th for this Braves team, and they've been infectious in what they've done at the bottom of the order. They've single-handedly won multiple games for this Braves team over their 7-3 stretch since the All-Star break.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It makes me sick to my stomach to watch these guys come out of the Braves system for no good reason and help plug the holes for them that they need plugged while they help figure everything out and try to get these guys healthy again.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me figure it out, but that's the Greek Alex Anthopoulos voodoo magic right there, working its job.
Drake Baldwin also is on a walk rampage right now. Have you been seeing Drake Baldwin walk numbers?
You got to know I'm not locked into that.
You should be. So he walked 3 times today on Sunday. 3 times, yeah, he walked 3 times today on Sunday. He hadn't drawn a walk in a few games, but if you go back to Wednesday, 2 walks, and the day before that, Tuesday, 3 walks. So even without walking in 3 straight games, in 6 games, he's drawn 8 walks.
His line is so funny. He has 20 homers and 6 doubles.
Oh, that's crazy.
How do you hit no doubles?
Real power.
Yeah, real power.
That's real power. And he missed a month and a half. He's 20 homers.
300 plate appearances.
Oh, this guy's so good. Like, the Braves hit today in their game against the Orioles to win a series. Mauricio Dubon 5th and Dominic Smith 6th.
Like, that. If you closed your eyes, you could believe that's who the Mets would have hitting 5th and 6th.
Oh, it's painful. And I think this is going to be Acuna back on Monday, too, which is perfect.
Yes.
It seems like that's going to happen. So we're going to help the Braves get on the streak. Also, Michael Harris had an amazing season. He will never draw a walk, and he doesn't care.
And also doesn't matter. I'm excited to see Zach Thornton go up against this lineup.
Yeah, this will be a good test for Zach Thornton and a good test for Christian Scott as well.
Yeah, and I think that's it. We got Frankie Peppers.
Oh yeah, we got Frank.
Oh, Francis.
Here comes Francis Peppers.
Can't wait to hear him.
Gentlemen, this is Frankie Peppers. How you doing? Taking 1 out of 3 from the Dodgers is better than expected because I expected this team to lose 1 trillion to 8 every game. So, you know, I know Juan Soto's hurt now, and I think he's. I think it just might be better for his morale if he doesn't need to be on the field for all these games. Because I know I'd want to quit. So my hot take is that winning games is fun, and the Mets should consider doing it more often. And so I thought this series went a little better than expected play-wise. So, gentlemen, tell me about a time that things went better than expected for you. What was your favorite time things went better than expected? I'm on a roll with these questions, boys. All right, take care. Let's go, Mets, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
Frank isn't really questions. The time when something went better than expected.
I got a good one.
Yeah, I got a good one too.
Yeah, I think yours is probably going to be a little bit. It could be a little bit better. Who knows?
I don't think so. I think mine is starting the Mets'd podcast. It's definitely got better than expected.
10-year high school reunion went pretty well for me.
You nailed the 10-year high school
Nailed
reunion.
it. Absolutely crushed it.
I don't know anyone who had been here. I was at Stage House on Saturday. I was like, wow, look at those 2 stools over there.
Yes, that's where Mark met DC.
Yeah, that's hilarious. It's just God. But yeah, I think those 2 good ones.
2 good ones right there. Yeah, good things that have happened in our lives.
Yeah, right. Oh,
that's it.
That's it.
Thank you guys for making Mets'd Up be something good in our life, even when the Mets absolutely suck. We appreciate you guys still supporting through this absolutely miserable season. Subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Got a feeling most of you are, but if you're not, click that subscribe button. Listen to us, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. Drop us a rating, drop us a review, download, and subscribe. You can follow James on social media at
James Shiano.
I'm Draftneck Mark. We're also going to be doing a lot of trade deadline coverage about the rest of baseball. If you want to hear more for it, you can check out the Wind Up, James's channel, my channel. You know where to find us. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Peace out, guys. Let's go Mets.